Hey guys, this is YT42, and welcome to Metroid. The first one. Now, I honestly thought that I was never gonna let's play this, but, you know, well, we're here doing it. And, yeah. So let's take a look at the story here. Emergency order. Defeat the Metroid of the planet Zebeth, and destroy the Mother Brain, the mechanical life vein. Galactic Federal Police and whatever. So, alright. So let me start off with the backstory. So Samus here was raised, like who we're playing as here. Samus was raised on a colony called Planet K2L, and then one day a bunch of space pirates attacked and killed Samus's parents. Which, you know, that sucks a bit. And, yeah, the one who killed Samus's parents, Ridley, did it right in front of Samus's face. So, that sucks a bit. Now, while it says Planet Zebeth, it's actually Planet Zebes, but, the Chozo, an alien race, took Samus and infused her with Chozo blood, which makes her do, like, all these cool things. And, you know, now, Planet Zebes has been attacked by Mother Brain, which is a Chozo creation. However, you know, Mother Brain went rogue, and it's just a giant brain. I'm serious. Anyway, yeah, Mother Brain went rogue, and now Samus has to defeat Mother Brain. So, yeah. That's pretty much the backstory. And while we hear a bunch from space pirates in the backstory, we never actually see any space pirates. But anyway. So this is Metroid. You play as Samus, as mentioned earlier, and, her helmet is massive. Yeah, her helmet is massive. Anyway, so what we do in Metroid, well, you run around shooting stuff, as, you know, with most NES platforms, so side crawlers actually get whatever. But, you know, at the moment I'm going, because there's many upgrades in Metroid, and we have a really pathetic beam at the moment, which is, yeah, it is not a great beam. So we're gonna go get a better beam. Well, first we're gonna go get missiles in order to be able to get access to the beam. So here what I'm doing is I'm slowly but surely climbing up this shaft in order to destroy these zoomers and geemers, I believe they're called, and get health. Because you start at 30 units of energy when the maximum is 99. Why they do that, I have no clue, but for this sequence you're going to want to, you know, take your time and destroy some of these enemies while picking up the health that they drop. Get yourself to 99 or so. Alright. Oh, by the way, this is post-commentary. Because, wow, it's a platforming. Anyway. This is post-commentary because, like, I don't know, if I did this game live, I don't know, it wouldn't be really fun to listen to. It wouldn't be, you know, great or anything. But anyway, let me continue on here. And, yeah, so, at the moment we're in the area called Brinstar. Now, oh yeah, cut there because I went the wrong way. Anyway, we're on the area of Zebes called Brinstar. Brinstar's basically main area, you know, you got all these easy enemies where you start off. Pretty simple, right? But anyway, what I'm getting here is the missiles. So let's go. And this thing, usually, yeah, he drops 20 units of energy sometimes, which is pretty good. So if you want to farm energy, farm it off of him. And, yeah. Alright, so we're coming up to the missiles pretty soon. Good. Alright, so we got missiles. The maximum amount of missiles you can hold, because there's tons of other missiles just laying around like that. The maximum amount you'll ever get, you can ever possibly get, is 255. And by defeating a boss, you get 75 missiles. and there's 2 bosses, which is nice. I mean, I think this is the only game the only Metroid game to do that, where you defeat a boss and you get 250, you get 75 missiles, which is pretty cool. Although I've never played Prime Hunters, so yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't even own Prime Hunter. The 2 Metroid games, well, 3 Metroid games technically. I don't own Prime Trilogy because, well, I've already got Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. Prime Pinball and Prime Hunters. Well, at the moment that this is out, Federation Force hasn't come out yet. Neither has Blast Ball. Their demo is out, although I haven't played it. But anyway, yeah, like Prime Hunters is, well, Prime Pinball is basically just, yeah, another cut there, went the wrong way. Prime Pinball is basically just Metroid Prime, like areas, story, and everything, but in a pinball table. I mean, I love pinball. Like, I'll probably play it. You know, I don't mind pinball. I love pinball, and I love Metroid, so why not? But anyway, Prime Hunters is basically just another Metroid Prime, but it's on a handheld, and I don't know. It's so different from the others. It just seems like entirely different, because while Metroid Prime 3 does seem a little more different than, you know, Prime 1 and 2, that's mostly just because the motion controls, and maybe the heavier focus on story, but, you know, Prime Hunters just feels completely different. Like, you can play as characters other than Samus and stuff, you know, it's sort of like Mega Man, where you defeat those characters and get their weapons. Yeah, and it's like, it's so weird. Oh yeah, that's unfair, because, you know, enemies can go through doors with you as well, and you can't do anything about that. But anyway, here, that's a Chozo statue, by the way, holding the long beam, which means we can finally shoot across the entire screen. About time. But anyway. Alright, so, you know, like, you know, post-commentating is good and all, but, like, not for me, because I can never think of much to say while doing it. I can tell you about where we're going to go next. Next, we're going to go get the, so you remember back at the, like, right at the beginning of the game where, well, only about 7 minutes ago, where we, went to the left, and we got this little, we could turn into a ball. That's the morph ball. So we're going to go get bombs for that, which we can drop while we're in, the morph ball. No, they're not massive explosions, they're just little tiny little boop. That would be power bombs that you're looking for, which don't exist until Super Metroid. Man. You know, I've been really thinking, like, redoing some Let's Play. I think I might have mentioned this before, but, I've been thinking of redoing some Let's Plays. Like, for example, Transformers War for Cybertron and Super Metroid, and maybe Fall of Cybertron, who knows. I've been thinking that because, you know, no capture card and stuff. No capture card, you know, back when they were first done. And it's like, another thing is that, you know, I redid Sonic Adventure DX, but I didn't have a capture card, and it's like, I'm not gonna redo a redo. But, you know. My 50th Let's Play is gonna be, New Super Mario Bros. Because, you know, 50, big number, and that was my first Let's Play, so that's technically a redone Let's Play. I mean, not technically, it is. I'm just so glad it was released on the eShop. Anyway, right here we have an energy tank, which allows us to increase our energy capacity. Energy tanks here are the reason that I consider, well, Metroid is a hard game, right? It's hard, NES, you know, brutal. But with all these energy tanks, I don't think it's that hard. I mean, like, you got energy tanks lying around. You can hold up to 6 of these. You see that little square above the energy? That is another 100 units of energy. So yeah, and you can hold up to 6 of those, even though there are 8 in the game, which is pretty cool because you can get a full restore twice in the game if you find all of them. Because when you grab an energy tank, it will fill up your health completely. Alright, so let me explain the doors a little bit. So, oops, sorry for my squeaky chair, it's annoying. So, doors. Blue doors you could just open with a regular beam. Red doors you need to open with 5 missiles, which you can switch to missiles by pressing select. And then that'll open them. And later down the road we find yellow doors and purple doors. Now in later games, oh by the way, these are the morph ball bombs. So in later games, the yellow doors would be opened by power bombs, but power bombs don't exist in this game. Oh yeah, those are the bombs in action. And purple doors, like in Metroid Prime anyway, would be opened by the wave beam. And we can get the wave beam in this, but I never get the wave beam in this just because you don't, like... The wave beam is pretty much absolutely useless. I mean, unless you want to have to go back and get the other beam, the ice beam, which is pretty much required. Not required, but, you know, it's really, really, really good. Anyway, we're gonna go get the ice beam now. There's 2 places where you can get the ice beam. Oh, by the way, first I should finish off explaining the yellow doors and purple doors. I believe yellow doors, I think yellow doors need 10 missiles to open, and purple doors require you to defeat a boss, and then use 10 missiles. So, that's what I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, going back through Brinstar. Well, we've been in Brinstar the whole time, but anyway. By the way, this playthrough is only 4 parts long, so I said playthrough and parts. Wow. I'm really reverting back to how I used to. Oh no, walkthrough. I used to say walkthrough all the time. It's just like, ugh. Man. I mean, walkthrough is really only for, 100%. So that's why I don't use it anymore. Because, you know, I don't 100% a bunch of games. However, I will be Let's Playing Metroid Prime soon, because, you know, it's been a long wait since I've done a Metroid game, and, you know, first one, doesn't really count, but the next Metroid game I'll do is Metroid Prime. And I will 100% that, because, you know, I'm not 100%ing this game, either. Because, you know, I'm not gonna 100% this game. It's a little too tough for me. But anyway, yeah, I'll 100% Metroid Prime because it's really easy to 100%. Because, well, you see, if you look at the map system, this game doesn't have a map system, by the way, you will see that there, like, each room has a name. Now, that makes it really easy, because then I can just write down a list of rooms with missile expansions, or, you know, energy tanks. I can just write them down on a list, and then if I've gotten them, I can just cross them off, which makes it really, really easy. So, you know, I recently just 100%ed Prime 2 doing that, because, you know, believe it or not, I've never completed Prime 2 before. Nor Prime 3, I'm doing that at the moment. Because, like, once I finished Prime 1, I was just like, I don't want to do Prime 2 or Prime 3. But, you know, I've also been thinking, like, while going back to Super Metroid, oh yeah, here's the Ice Beam, by the way, it allows us to freeze enemies. I've been thinking, like, going back to Super Metroid, like, if I redid the Let's Play, that I would 100% it, and, you know, I've never done that to Super Metroid before, regardless of how many times I've beat it. But, you know, it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's my favorite Metroid game, so yeah. Yes, better than Metroid Prime. I'm sorry. Prime's my second, though. Love Prime. Then probably Zero Mission? Maybe? Either Zero Mission or Prime 2. Because, I don't get it. Most people say that Prime 2 is horrible, but I love Prime 2. Believe it or not, it's the first Metroid game that I've ever 100%ed. I know, and people say it's, like, so bad to 100%, but not really. I thoroughly enjoy Prime 2. In my opinion, it's better than, Oh, well, let's see. Yeah, in my opinion, it's more fun than Fusion, Other M. Well, I mean, that's not really a surprise. That's more fun than Other M. But Other M's a good game. It's just, you know, I don't know. The gameplay just, I mean, it just gets a little stale after a while. But anyway, what else would it be more fun then? Definitely Metroid 1 and Metroid 2. Speaking of which, Metroid 2. So, I've never beaten Metroid 2 before, although I do own it, and I plan to Let's Play it one day. But, you know, I don't really have the motivation to, because Metroid 2 is such a dull game. But, you know, it's great, it's a good Game Boy game, it's just, you know. It's alright, but, you know, I'll probably beat it one time. I'll use the Super Game Boy to give it color, and plus it's my only way of recording Game Boy games. I don't own GameCube or Game Boy player, so yeah. Anyway, now we are going to one of the boss's lairs. There's two bosses in this game. One is Kraid and one is Ridley, and so is the name of the areas that they live in. I'm dead serious. Kraid lives in Kraid, and Ridley lives in Ridley. Oh, I really hate when this happens. You just get jammed in between two enemies. Do I go for it here? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, so there's an energy tank in this room that you need the high jump boots for, which you need to wait until you get to another area called Norfair. Now, well, you can go to Norfair right now and get the high jump boots if you want, but, actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next, but first I want to get this energy tank. Alright, so you gotta shoot open this block here, and that reveals the energy tank. Now, if you have the ice beam, you can freeze these guys in a place, and just short enough to reach it. I mean, that's really infuriating. So I freeze them again, now they're low enough for me to go on, but now I can't reach the energy tank. It's really precise, but, you know, whatever. So, try it again. So what you gotta do is wait for one of these zoomers to go across the screen, and then you gotta freeze it in the right place. You know, I don't even know if this is how you're meant to do it, but this is how I'm doing it. Because, I don't know, when I come back here with the high jump boots, it just doesn't seem to work, like, properly. I don't know, like, the real way to get this energy tank. I've always done it this way. But anyway, speaking of, like, 100%ing Metroid games, there's a channel on YouTube that's 100%ed every single Metroid game and done, like, hard mode run-throughs, and, you know, he's done all sorts of stuff. He's done, trilogy playthroughs of each Prime game, as well as, 100%ing the regular versions. His name's Shadow Mario 3, and wow. Like, he's even done obscure ones like Prime Pinball. I mean, like, 100%ing Prime Pinball. That is pretty impressive. No. But, you know, he's pretty good. And, you know, like, it just blows my mind. It's just like, he's done all three Prime games, 100%ed them, as well as done a speed run through of Prime 1. Whoops, sorry about the mic. A speed run through of Prime 1. And he's also played he's played through the Prime games on the trilogy version, and it's all on his channel. I'm just like, what? As well as all the other Metroid games, he's 100%, and I'm just like, what? I don't know if I've looked hard enough yet, but I should see if he's 100%ed. Well, not 100%ed, but played through like the original Metroid using Zero Mission, because, you know, I actually did that 2 nights ago. Yeah, I was playing Zero Mission, I was just like, whatever. And I went to Metroid 1 on the NES. It said play Metroid NES, and I went, yeah, I'll do that. And so I did, and I wound up beating the game. Because this game doesn't take very long to beat. I'm serious. It only takes, like... maybe... Because this recording session, I beat this game in one recording session. And a recording session that I usually do is about an hour and 50 minutes long, maybe 2 hours. That's, like, this took about an hour and 50 minutes, which is good. I mean, like, you know, it's good to do a quick game out of the way, get a quick game out of the way, it's nice and easy. But anyway, I'm loving this ice beam. But anyway, if you... I keep saying anyway. Anyway, let's go. Meanwhile, we are trekking through where we got the first missile expansion, to Norfair. Which, in my opinion, is Norfair. I'm trying to make a pun out of it, and I think I did, but it wasn't funny. Anyway. I keep saying it. Meanwhile, we travel down to Norfair, but anyway, it's the end of this episode, so hey guys, it's been YT42, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys then.